What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of What the X. This is WTX episode 66. I appreciate it. Got a couple more subscribers. Thank you so much, guys. I appreciate everybody tuning in. If you haven't already, please like and subscribe. I'm just trying to grow the channel and stay consistent. We got a new year coming. It's Christmas Eve, guys. I'm so excited for the new year coming up. Gonna be some powerful changes, some great inspirational. It's going to be a good year, I feel. So I'm really motivated. And Christmas Eve is tonight, and then Christmas is tomorrow. So happy holidays. Hope you guys are able to enjoy it with your family. Prayers to those that are, not able to maybe celebrate the holidays. So shout out. Love everybody. Everybody love everybody. It's Christmas Eve. Let's go. And do we have a story today to break? And this is about J.D. Vance, the vice president, maybe future president in the future. We'll see. Who knows? And him and Nick Fuentes, they've had some beef. And if you guys don't know, Nick Fuentes is that controversial guy. He's on Rumble because YouTube doesn't even allow him to be on there. And he's been, stirring the pot, you could say. And let me just do the summary here from X. And it goes like this, guys. J.D. Vance tells Nick Fuentes to eat shit over wife attacks. During a December 22nd unheard interview, Vance lashed out at Fuentes for repeatedly using slurs like Jeet against Usha Vance, his Indian-American wife, while questioning Vance's America First loyalty due to ties with donors like Peter Thiel, interesting, and Elon Musk, also interesting. Fuentes fired back on his December 23rd live stream with sarcastic mockery of Indian food and culture, declining a mock dinner invitation from Vance's family at the Naval Observatory. The exchange highlights growing divides in Trump-aligned groups over immigration and identity, drawing backlash from Indian media, Representative Ro Khanna and others, while Fuentes' fans cheered his retorts. And I do have to say, I actually watched the clip, guys. We have another tweet here that's actually going to go into it a little bit more here, guys. From Spencer Hakiman. I'm sorry if I butchered Spencer's name. Nick Fuentes reacts to J.D. Vance telling him to eat shit. It's honestly so flattering that the vice president would invite me to join his family in a traditional Indian dinner. And that's quotes. He's just quoting Nick Fuentes here. And we're just going to get right into this video here, guys.
Give him a lot of credit for that. Credit where it is due. But respectfully, I must decline. That's sort of the whole point. I don't want to eat shit. Kind of the whole point. We don't want them here because we don't want to eat shit. I know they do that in India.
Jeez, this guy.
I know they literally eat cow shit. I know that they will scratch their ass and then prepare food and eat shit that way also. We don't want them here because we don't eat shit in America. We try to avoid eating shit as much as possible. It's why we wash our hands. You know? So respectfully, I'm going to have to
oh my God.
Thank you, but no thank you. I will not be eating shit, but I wish you the best on your Christmas Eve dinner. I hope that goes well for you guys. But anyway.
So, yeah, that video was crazy. And Nick Fuentes, the troll, ever the rage baiter, that's the vice president he was talking about. And the vice president, maybe not showing the level of class that we'd expect from someone who's in the highest office of the U.S. federal government. But he is following Trump's lead. So, I mean, if you compare him to Trump, who just had these plaques recently put on all the presidents and had bashing some of them and, other words for others, he could be a lot worse, I guess you could say, if he's following Trump's lead. And then, I mean, personally, like if someone attacked my wife, I would be upset too. So I understand J.D. Vance, Vice President J.D. Vance's response from Nick Fuentes' criticisms over Usha Vance and his criticism of J.D. Vance's loyalty to America First type deal. And if someone attacked my wife, I'd probably say something similar. But oof, to get that video from Nick Fuentes, and all of his fans are probably laughing because he's a pretty funny guy despite all the things that he may say that are very divisive. Very interesting, but I mean, how many people like JD Vance too? You know, he's a meme. South Park makes fun of him like every episode. So and now he's getting it from Nick Fuentes too, who should be on the right and you would think would be on his side. But with donors like Peter Thiel and Elon Musk, it's like how much can you really trust someone like that? But then again, Trump putting him as his vice president, that's also telling too, right? So let's just watch this video because I think this is crazy. This was at the Turning Point USA speech thing. You know, Charlie Kirk, rest in peace. That was terrible. And let's just hear what JD Vance is like, his rhetoric and what he's talking about. Watch. 1 second, guys. Give me 1 second to get this set up here. And then it's going to be right now.
We don't treat anybody different because of their race or their sex. In the United States of America, you don't have to apologize for being white anymore.
Did you hear the applause for that? That was crazy. In the United States of America, you don't have to apologize for being white anymore. It's just the sad state of where the country is at, that we're so divided, it seems like, on race. And then there's a counterculture pushback, and now it's like white men are seen as the ultimate villains for a long time, and now they're pushing back against that narrative. And then it's just a lot of racial undertones here. I just hope that, like I say, everybody love everybody. So it is, I think Nick Fuentes was out of line by calling out JD Vance for the, him having an Indian American wife. You know, people can't control their race and stuff like that. I know JD Vance kind of went with those kind of sentiments, and interesting to see how JD Vance is going to respond to Nick Fuentes. Hopefully they're just enjoying Christmas time, and they're not going at each other's throats, because that's a crazy little feud right there. JD Vance feuding with Nick Fuentes. I didn't think I'd ever have to say that, but JD Vance has been going off on Twitter, guys, or X as I typically call it, and now he's getting in the ring with some big influencers, namely the one that is probably the champion, the mascot of white men who feel like they're the victims, and just being, because the society and everything. It's kind of a crazy, you could do a whole class probably about white men and like how they're perceived in society. And then also now this response where you get these far right voices like Nick Fuentes popped up and Andrew Tate's. It's a societal thing, guys. This comes back to society. Like historical data, let's look at it. Let's see what's changing to get, specifically, if you want to look at it, white men into this category that we're fixated on. And you got JD Vance, the vice president of the United States, guys, going, now you don't have to apologize for being a white man. It's great. What's going on, guys? Can't we all look past all this stuff? And it's like, yeah, Charlie Kirk was all about DEI and how he doesn't like it. And then other people argue that it just opened up the hiring pool, not diminishing qualifications. So whatever. All I'm saying is, can we all just stop fighting each other? Again, that's another reason I wanted to do this on Christmas Eve too, guys, is that we all got everybody love everybody, regardless of race and everything like that. I'm pro-American at the end of the day too. So if you're gonna live here and everything, it would be nice if we could all be patriotic and everything. I'm not here to force anything down anybody's throat, but my main mantra: everybody love everybody. I'm just gonna stick with that. Even if you guys have political differences or opinions, please, show respect to each other. Be more civil than Nick Fuentes and JD Vance. That's all. Thank you guys so much for watching. Please like and subscribe. I really appreciate it. And, again, Merry Christmas. Truly. And happy holidays to everybody else.
If you like that clip, feel free to click on this clip or even this clip. And then, hey, don't forget about that clip over here. Thanks, guys.